What's up everybody, welcome to Magic for Beginners. My name is Keith and today we're going to be looking at some of the cheapest stuff that you can buy on Alakazam. So this video is based around some of the cheapest things that you can buy on Alakazam Magic and see how good they are. So we'll go through the list and we'll talk about prices and what they are and that sort of thing. And then with some of them I'll probably just go through performance and then obviously go through and say how good they are or how not good they are. Up first was the anti-gravity bottle cap, which was 66 pence, which is absolute bargain. I can't perform this at the minute because I'm in the car and don't have a bottle and stuff, but it's a really good effect. So for 66 pence, it's really good. Works really well on social media and stuff like that, on social media videos and viral videos like TikTok and things like that. So yeah, that's one bargain to start off with. Next up, we have these Chameleon Backs playing cards by Vincenzo Di Fata. So essentially with this trick, you are showing 4 blue playing cards, which then turn into red, which then change into different colour backs. So yeah, and this one was £2.19. So the cards themselves are on bicycle stock, and the bicycle cards, so really good quality as you expect from bicycle. So in my pack that I got 4 of the same card. Obviously the backs are different colours, but the front are 4 of the same. In the instructions it says there should be 4 different ones, so it's the same value but different suits, where I had the same suits and same values, so the trick doesn't seem to look as impressive. Say for example you had all 4 10s of the different pips. In mine is the 2 of hearts, so all of the cards are 2 of hearts rather than them sort of switching around and changing to different 10s and stuff. So that's the only thing I've found with this. I don't know if it's just a one-off or they're all the same and the instructions are different now to how the product's manufactured, but who knows. Up next is Clear Penetration by Mr. Magic, and this is a staple in all of the magic tricks and sort of magic kits that you get. So you have a frame here, you put a playing card in, put something through. It feels quite heavy compared to some of the ones that I've had in the past, but we'll give this a look. This is a trick with a plastic frame. As you can see here, this is a pencil and it's real plastic. So I'm going to take this playing card here, just slot it in, if I can. It's a little bit tough at sometimes, but as you can see here, there's the 2 diamonds in the case, and obviously on the other side as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a pencil, and I'll just move that up. As you can see there, that pencil has penetrated right through that plastic case into the playing card. I'll take that all of the way out, and you can see there's a hole in there. So now what we can do is we take the playing card out. You see it's got the hole in, but then when you take the pencil, there's no holes in the playing card in the case. So this is Clear Penetration. This is a super easy, super effective and super visual magic trick that you can keep around and take any walk around. It's very well built and it's quite combustible. Obviously this plastic here, I've only been using it a couple of times. You can see it's sort of scratched already, so I assume over time that'll get even more scratched, but it doesn't really make much difference because you'll still be able to see through it. You'll still be able to see that it's plastic and that it's a solid thing. And again, this can be given out to be examined before and after, and no one will be able to find anything or figure out how the trick was done. You can use any playing cards at all with it. You don't have to use the one supplied, because obviously once you've used it, then there's a hole through it, so you can't really do it again. All you have to do is just put the playing card into it, put the pencil through, and that's it. The pencil can be swapped out for a normal pencil, it can be a pen, could be a Sharpie possibly, depending on the circumference. If you get roughly the same width as this, then you should be able to use anything at all. So if you don't have this with you or anything like that, you could use that. So great little trick, something to put in the repertoire, and like I said, it should last for quite a while, so heads up for that. Another classic in beginners magic and magic kits is the finger chopper, and this one is a yellow one with the black bottoms. So basically you put your finger through, pull the blade down, and as if by magic your finger's not chopped. So we'll have a look at this, and this was £3.90. So this here is a finger chopper. As you can see, there's a blade that goes through the 2 holes like so. Now what happens is if I put my finger in like this and just put the blade there and I give it a quick hit, the blade goes directly through the finger, just like magic. So that was a little quick performance of this, and it's an okay gimmick. So when I got this out of the box, I needed to move it a couple of times like this because it was quite stiff. So I don't know if it was just when it was all put together, it hadn't been used, so it needs sort of used essentially, just so it goes up and down. It seems okay built. I can see it probably is breaking after a fair amount of uses. I can't imagine it breaking straight away, but I think over time when you do it, if you're using it, then it will end up breaking eventually because of just the way it was manufactured. I had an issue with a certain part popping out, so I had to put that back in. So if you're doing that performance and you sort of push it down, that's popped out, then that may snap off, but who knows. But for the price, it's not too bad, and like I said, it's sort of a stable in any magic kit that comes with a finger chopper. So up next we have the Imp Bottle by Uday, and that was £1.75. And essentially this is a little trick. So you put the bottle down and it lies on its side. When you give it to the spectator, they give it a try and they can't do it at all. It'll just stay on the top. So yeah, not bad for £1.75. This is a fun magic trick you can do with your friends. So you take the bottle and you turn it over like that, and you can see the bottle's laid down. So you hand them the bottle, you say, there you go, take that bottle. Then they do it and they try to push it down, but the bottle will never stay down. On a flat surface, that bottle will always go straight back up. How amazing. So this is the Imp Bottle. Even though it looks like a Pokeball, it's an Imp Bottle. So essentially, like I've shown in the performance, you can do this as a prank or a trick or whatever you want. When you take the Imp Bottle and put it on a flat surface, you can actually make it sit on the side. But when you give it to the spectator, they cannot do that. It always jumps back up. Obviously on a flat surface it'll jump straight back up, but with a hand it's struggling a bit. It's a nice little gimmick, something small to keep in your pocket. Now there is something which you may lose, but I think if you keep it in a packet or a wallet or something like that, then it'll be fine and you'll be able to perform this whenever, wherever, and it'll always get good responses. Quality is well made as well, and yeah, can't really fault it, especially for the price. Up next is this micro colouring book, which is circus theme, and it's by Uday again. This was £2.70, and the premise behind this is it's a colouring book, so you can show it as the drawings are not coloured in, and then when you flick through again, they're actually coloured in. So yeah, really good for that cheap price. I'll let you in on a little secret. I love the circus. That's why I got the circus colouring book. But when I got the book home and I opened it up, there was absolutely nothing in. As you can see, all the pages were blank. Now what I had to do was I had to phone up the circus hotline, and they said, oh, all you have to do is do a big grand entrance and play the circus music. And then when I did that, all of the drawings, they appeared on the book, which was quite amazing. So all I had to do now was just to take the book, colour it in, and then over time I coloured in all the images, and this is the final images that you can see here, and that's the ones that I coloured in. How good? So this is a circus colouring book, and as you can see, there's the front of it and then there's the back of it. You can tell because it's got the elephants behind on there. Again, it's just a nice little effect, and if you have the appearing or disappearing crayons, you can use that effect with this, which is one of the reasons why I was hoping to get it as well. So I could do some tricks with the pencils, colouring in, crayons, whatever you want to call them. And this, I have a larger book similar, but I just want a smaller one so I can chuck it in a bag, and if I'm going to like a kid's party or whatever, then I can do that. Very easy to do. The quality, as you can see here on the bottom, if it'll focus, the paper's a little bit ripped on the front cover for some reason on mine, and there was a bit of colour missing here. When you're scrolling through the book, it's sort of messed up with the sides of the book a bit. When you're looking through the book and showing it off, the sides may go a little bit frayed, so I don't know how long it'll last, but for the price it is, then I think it's an okay buy. Up next is a trick by Royal Magic, and it was £3.07, and this is Oddball. And essentially what you do is you get two bits of rope, you put them through the ball, and you put it in a little plastic box, put it in the spectator's hand, you pull the string, and the string comes through the ball and just magically appears out of there. So another one that I can't really do performance for is Oddball, because I need someone else to hold onto the box, because when you pull the strings come apart, obviously the box drops because the spectator's normally holding it. It's good quality, the ball will last a long time, and the plastic case will, and the thread, but if the thread sort of starts to fray or starts to whatever else, like weather or go a different colour, then it should be easy enough to get some similar thread to use. It's thicker than the thread but thinner than the shoelace, but it should be easy enough to get, so yeah. So this is another one by Royal Magic, and this is the Rattling Wands, and it was £3.07. So essentially you have 3 wands here and they rattle, and the spectator doesn't know which one is rattling. Now this is a strange one. I have these 3 wands, and when you take them, give them a shake, they all make a noise, like so. And that's the 3 of them. Now, however, when you take all 3 of them and put them in one hand, like this, you shake them, and they don't make any noise at all. I don't get it. So this is the Rattling Wands, and generally with this you need a spectator and a table or someone's spectator hands. So you get them to pick up a wand and you shake it, and it'll either make a noise or not make a noise depending on which you want to do it. So you can say pick them all up, shake them all, they all make a noise, and then when the spectator picks them up it doesn't make a noise. Or you can do it so the spectator can choose one and then you can decide whether that'll make a noise or not make a noise. I said easy to perform, however I've had to do it on my own because I didn't have the space at the table to pick up certain ones and do this, so I just knocked up together that presentation of saying you take them all, they all make a noise, but then when you shake them together they don't make a noise. So yeah, they're decently well built as well, just bits of plastic and put together, and obviously the gimmick is well built as well, so it should last for quite a while. Up next is one that was £1.97 and another one by Royal Magic, and this is Viz Escape. So this here is a black strip is inserted in the case and secured with a fastener. The attention is now called to the fact that it's impossible to remove the strip without removing the fastener, and at command the magician does it. So this trick is a little bit inspired by Harry Houdini and the Escape artist. So I've got these bits of cardboard as you can see here, so I'll just push it through, and again, right, that's through, and you see there the hole for the black bit is in line with this. Now what we're going to do is take this pin here and just like so, I've got it secured. Now that is secured in, so that can't go anywhere. Now with Harry Houdini, he was able to go anywhere at all, and with anything he could escape. So we're going to try the same with this. So if we just give it a try. Just like so, the cardboard has penetrated the other cardboard, and as you can see, that pin is still in there. Magic. So this here is the Viz Escape. It's really easy to perform. You get with the 2 bits of cardboard and the pin, and that's all you need to perform it. You can read the instructions straight away, know how it's done, and then basically perform it as well. It is quite well made as well, but should anything happen to any of the parts, I suppose you could always redo them or replace them. But for the price it is, you may as well just buy another one. But I think it should last for a while. Last but not least, another staple with magic kits. This is the Zig Zag Card, and this is by Mr. Magic, and this was £3.46. So essentially is you've got this plastic frame here, you put a card in, the card you can magically move the middle bit, and then you move it back and the card is still in one piece. I'm going to try something impossible with this. So I've got a plain card and a plastic frame. As you can see here, it's got all the holes in. Now if I move this plain card across, this hole is now free. Now what I can do is I can take this plain card and split it in half, and now this hole is free. I'll push that plain card back, and then if I take all of the plain card like so, it's magic. So again, this is another staple in any magic kit that you get, the Zig Zag Lady. Normally you get like a red version and it's quite smaller, but this one obviously you get your card, you put your card in, you push it across, your card goes all the way across, you can move the middle piece like so, move the middle piece back, and then you move the entire card and you take the entire card out. And again, you can make up your own pattern with it, so you can have it to do whatever you want. It can be a case of, this is generally what happens when magicians perform with women and have the Zig Zag Lady, that's where it's come from. So stage illusion is you get the lady, you chop them in half, their body goes over here, the head's here, the legs are here, you move them back, and then you take the lady and you can take her out and she's back together again. Whatever pattern you want. Again, super simple to do, super easy, really good bargain. Hope you enjoyed the video. That was something a little bit different. This was 10 cheapest things that you could get from Alakazam. There are other cheaper things which you can get on the Alakazam website, but I wanted to get things that were magic tricks and something that I would possibly use in the future, rather than just getting the cheapest things. You can get 10 Chinese coins for so much money, which is cheaper than this. I think it's like 60 odd pence, but then I don't do really any coin routines to justify that. If you're a coin magician, then that's another perfectly cheap thing that you could go buy from the website. And again, all of these are aimed at beginners. I think the Chameleon Backs cards need a bit more skill and sleight of hand essentially to do, but I think over time you should be able to pick them up and should be able to do it. So again, all these products are cheap, and for £20 to £30 you can get 10 effects which you can have in your close-up bag, you can carry around with you, and you can perform them for people, and it's only costs £30 maximum, which is fantastic. So if you had any favourites, let us know in the comments, and if there's anything that you want to pick up or you've picked up, or something which you still have in your repertoire now after picking it up from a certain magic kit or whatever, let me know in the comments as well. If you want other videos like this where I go over cheap things that you can buy on different websites and see how good they are, see if you can use them performances and stuff like that, magic tricks, then let me know in the comments and I'll do some more videos of that. I do have some other things planned, but we'll see how that goes. And yeah, until next time, see ya.